Too. You're tired, boss? Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, give me some chips. Just like your father.
He got on sunglasses, man. He can hardly see you. What up, boss?
I remember that guy right here. The little one with glasses. I see him on the speakers thing. Yeah, that's your crew out there.
You don't want to talk?
Want me to give him a welcome? I'm the only one capable of doing it.
Okay.
Nah, I'm set back there.
Stop it.
That's a cool dude, right? What? Cool dude. What's a cool
That's
dude?
different,
Which
though.
one? Me?
Us taking a picture is different. We never done an
Where
interview.
you at?
Yes. I was like, there ain't no way we did an interview.
Oh. Oh, your man Shawn Porter out there. Oh, yeah, that's him. The girl was sitting on. Uh-huh. Watch out, little man. That's the man right there. Find out.
Wait, me or him?
Yeah, you. Man, welcome like that barbershop.
Yes, sir.
It's all good.
Always.
How you feeling? I'm great. Man, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate all you do, you know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's like that family, man. That's Tony.
Opening up the doors to us.
Yes, sir, that's Tony. That's the proprietor of the barbershop. That's Hank. That's Brian. That's Mr. Al. That's Ed.
Mr. Al been here for a minute.
Mr. Al. Yeah, okay. That's Ed. That's Kevin. That's Darren. And I'm Cole.
Man, it's a lot of y'all up in here.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all cutting, huh?
Yeah, boy, prayer, man. You know?
What's up, now?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
What's up, what's up, what's up? What's up, big man? How you doing, sir?
Good, bro. Good.
What's up, boss? Good to see you, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah, real
Tom.
quick, we here at
Okay, you on
Barbershop,
line there.
Showtime, Shawn
How you
Porter,
doing,
and
brother?
of course,
I seen you on Wax.
a couple of my guys in the building. We about to just kick back, have some fun. Hopefully y'all got the audio. I'm gonna pull my phone out so I can get on the YouTube with y'all, check y'all out, see what y'all talking about. Whatever conversations y'all want to hear, plug them in. We're gonna try to get to it all, but we just here, man. We're gonna kick back for about an hour, hour and a half, see who else come through. Have a good time. Enjoy. What's up, man? What you holding up? It's good, man. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. I just want to know, as long as you can hear what I just did, then we good. Let me make sure. Yeah. Tony? Big man. What's happening, sir? At some point, we're gonna have to get you in front of the camera, man. You good with that, right? You got a smile. You got a nice smile, so you gonna make it work. Yeah, you got a nice smile, so you gonna make it work. Can we get the audio? Can we get you turned off the radio while we in here?
Check.
Don't want no copy infringement. We don't want YouTube to shut us down or nothing like that. So, yep. Thank you. I got static.
Got a lot.
Which one?
I do.
Should have.
It could be my
Should
headphones.
have. But I'm not.
Remember last time it was my headphones? I'll turn them off.
Came a long way, DDA.
I turned them off just now, DDA. Let me know how it is
Right.
now.
Everybody got a favorite fight. Everybody got a favorite fight.
How we doing now?
Yeah.
Man, that one punch, bro. Man, look, man, you had that, man. Oh boy, I was in your corner, man. Good gracious.
Seems like DC always in my corner.
Yeah, man, we love you over here, man. We show love, man, every time y'all come, man.
Hey, real quick,
How we
let me
doing
give
now?
y'all the rundown. Just so y'all know,
good?
we got a
I'm
couple of
still static.
microphones that's live around the room. Whatever y'all want to talk about, we can talk about it. I basically want to just come into a shop. Whenever we do our podcast live and we go off to a city, I want to go to a shop and show people how the city is. I think the best way of showing people, exposing the city is by going to the barbershop.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean, real people,
Oh,
real
man.
conversation. Y'all know how it goes. So it ain't got to be about Shawn Porter. It ain't got to be about boxing, whatever y'all want to talk about. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
But just know that feel free to talk. Don't think that y'all can't, do it how y'all do it. Just act like the cameras ain't here, act like the microphones ain't here, and be yourself.
There you go.
Especially you, old head. Yes, sir.
You Al. Oh,
That being said, let's
Yeah.
get into it.
right, what happened to the music?
I cut the music off because
Okay.
we don't want YouTube to shut us down.
Okay.
I'm good, Tony. I'm waiting on you to get done with that head so we can get you on the camera. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Okay. And said you've been cutting his hair all his life.
Yeah, I had. Well, let's see. When they first started getting into the ring, actually,
You going to the fight tonight?
no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I
You
would
already
love,
won though, right?
huh?
Oh, no, the Moss fight.
Yeah, Lamont's fight. And I wanted to see, what's Bill nephew, son name? Jaleel Haggett. I wanted to see Jaleel fight.
Young kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard of that fight.
Yeah. Jaleel from here. Yeah. So
I gave the phone
I did want to go. I said I did want to go,
Yeah.
but I hesitated, and now I know that the tickets, man, pretty much sold out. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Ain't selling, man. You bring them out.
man, I procrastinated too much. You know.
Did you know about Tank before he turned pro?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you hadn't heard about Tank
No,
before
I
that,
didn't.
huh?
I mean, I know about him when he turned pro, but
Yeah.
I didn't know about him
Not
in
as
the
an
amateur.
amateur.
Nah. But he lightning in the bottle.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah. I like that, man. I ain't heard that one yet. You hear me say that on TV, you know where I got it from.
My
right time.
man. That's
Yes,
what I
sir.
need to hear. That's what I need to
Lightning in
hear.
the bottle. That's exactly what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you getting back into the boxing ring?
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you still young.
Yeah.
You still young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, I work out. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I was blown off that. I mean, I wanted you to beat Bud, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Boss. I'm not necessarily a big fan of Bud because I don't think his resume is up to par. You fought everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to disrespect him, man, but I mean, you the best person on his resume.
Yeah.
Point blank and period.
Yeah.
So I want to see I want to see a better challenge for him, man. He fighting these dudes. He just running through these dudes, man. Come on, man. I don't like
This is that challenge.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely is.
Yeah. You know Boots?
Yeah, Boots. He fight tonight too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And Boots is a prime example of where you as the fan want to see Boots against the elite.
Right.
Him as a fighter, he wants to go against the elite.
Right.
But the business is just not going to give him
Right.
what he want or what we want.
Okay.
The business is what's going to give him what's best for the business.
Okay.
And what's best for the business is to continue to build him up get his fan base bigger. That way it's worth everything when he gets in the ring against the elite. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's how it was for Terrence. It's always been the business just wasn't giving him the guys, you know?
Okay.
And I said the situation with me was the WBL made me the mandatory.
Okay.
And once that made me the mandatory, I just wasn't backing down from the fight. I said, that's what I want.
Right.
But trust and believe, the business was trying to take me a different way.
Yeah.
Because there was money in that fight, but the money wasn't in that, the business wasn't working in my favor.
That,
yeah.
I peeped that.
Yeah. So, but nevertheless, we made it happen. And, you know, for me, that was like the last big goal for me in boxing.
Right.
And, you know, that's why, 35, I retired. You know?
Right.
Yeah. I got a lot left. I definitely got some small ailments that I'm working, physical ailments that I'm dealing with, you know, but
Right.
it really ain't nothing stopping me from getting in the ring outside of the fact that I don't believe that God has me in that purpose anymore.
Right.
I think I lived that purpose. I think I lived in that.
I got a question for you. I don't know if you can answer it or not, but you know how the deal was coming together for Spencer and Bud.
Mm-hmm.
They say Bud threw it off by asking for this transparency. You know anything about that?
Transparency?
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
So has
That's what
anybody
it
ever
is.
asked for that before? As a fighter?
Fighters don't know to ask for it.
Okay.
And that's, to me, is the interesting thing.
Yeah.
With Terrence being locked up with Top Rank as long as he was, not understanding the business when he turned pro, but upon leaving Top Rank, he understands the business for 100% now.
Okay.
And so now, he asking for some transparency that the business don't want to give fighters, and he asking for everything up front, which is something that the business don't want to give the fighters. You know? The flip side of that is, we don't need you. So we'll just continue to move how we've been moving. And it leave Terrence against somebody, David Avanesian, somebody that not many people know.
Okay.
You know? He got paid. He did what he had to do. He got paid, you know? So I think at this point, that's kind of his thing now. Is, you know, my legacy is what it is.
Okay, you on your way?
I'm gonna make sure I can take care of my family and my friends until I leave this earth, you know? You can't
And that's
be mad
kind
at
of
that.
disappointing. I mean, as a fan, that's somewhat disappointing.
Yeah, go ahead, boss.
Quick question. You just mentioned that your legacy is what it is. You definitely are considered one of the best in the business. Nobody can argue that you have a legacy that's pristine and you got quality names on your resume. For one more fight before you ride to the sunset, who you want to see you get yourself in the ring with?
Me?
Yeah.
It really, you know, Terrence was the guy.
Okay.
You know, he was
Yeah.
the last. I felt like he was the
Great
last
fight, too.
one.
Great
If
fight.
If I could have gotten in the ring with it was Terrence, you know. And once I got in the ring with Terrence, it was like there's nothing else more for me to do
Got you.
in the ring. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So, and I've been saying this for probably a year now. I've been working on some things, you know. I have not drugged my feet
Yeah.
ever since retirement, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
My wife right here, she know, like,
Yeah.
3 weeks after that fight,
Yeah.
I flew actually out here to DC,
Okay.
and I filmed a teaser reel for a film I'm projected to be the lead in.
Okay.
But film is something I've been interested in since I was a teenager.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like boxing has run its course, and now I'm
Okay.
ready to move on and
Okay.
do some other things. But
Makes sense.
and
And you ain't
I'm still
punch
involved
drunk,
with
brain
boxing,
still
too,
got
so,
your faculties and all that, you know.
Yeah. And that's what, you know, me and Ant, we know this.
Yeah.
You never really know when that punch is gonna show up.
True that. True
or when
that.
that fight is gonna show up in your life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I learned that from my dad.
Yeah.
So now, my dad says, even though you're not boxing, you still need to be training. You
Yeah,
still need to be
for
eating
sure,
right.
for sure.
My dad knows that all those things are gonna keep me healthy.
For sure.
You know,
Absolutely.
If I let any of that fall,
Yeah.
we don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
You know? So doing the best I can to be healthy and all that
Okay.
good stuff. you know?
Okay. And you might never know what call you'll get. You may get a boost.
Yeah.
May get.
Boots.
Hey.
I ain't messing with Boots. I ain't messing with him. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you fine.
Yeah, I wanted to, he was in the chair. I didn't even see him. Our pioneer right there getting something out the machine. That's Brother Mook. Of course, you know who that is.
What's happening,
Yeah,
sir?
I wanted to talk about a little something, man, secondary to boxing.
Okay.
do you implement that boxing, man, in terms of, bringing these youths, back into a constant state of, man, to stop doing what they're doing, because it's televised almost every day, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you
Every
implement
day.
that?
You have to.
You do?
And I was at breakfast talking about it this morning. I got a friend who is heavy in the basketball world.
Okay.
And we were trying to put together a camp where we were going to pretty much integrate the two.
That's what's up.
Bring your basketball players in, and I'm going to take them through a boxing camp and try to connect it and help them understand why boxing is necessary for them, even though all they do is play basketball. Yeah. But at the end of the day, what the conversation was going to be was, hey, boxing gives you life skills, values that you can take into your everyday life. It's going to teach you how to be straight and narrow. It's going to teach you how to be respectful, and the list goes on. I think that everybody needs boxing because it will help you become a better person.
Yeah, just almost like martial arts, conditioning the mind. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
You gotta condition the mind.
Yeah, I needed to ask that, though.
Yeah.
There's some other stuff I want to ask, but I got a client that's waiting on me, so I'm going to cover some
Y'all barbers always get caught up talking.
Yeah, always get caught up talking, man. But
we here for like an hour and a half.
Okay, man. We appreciate your presence.
Sir.
That's everything.
And you go over there, we can still get you from over there.
Ain't no question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But
Thank you, man.
I ain't gonna distract you though.
Okay, all right, thanks.
When I was in Dallas, we had the barber was cutting
you be going state to state like
that?
that?
Yeah, we've done this, First time I did it was in Dallas.
Yeah.
But he was cutting the man's hair, but he wasn't cutting his hair because he was talking.
Okay, right.
And a good half hour then went by, and the man just like him, just sitting there just waiting on it. I said, hey man, we gonna take the camera off you. You gotta finish this man's hair.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so go ahead and get to your work.
Okay, man. Thank you, man.
But we in here.
We're hot
Yes, sir.
right now,
Yes,
but
sir.
you're a New York guy, so I know. That's your swag.
We got, is Danny, where Danny at?
Danny.
Boxing voice?
He getting cut. He getting cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting him right.
You set something up before you got here? Just now.
Yeah, he
I
in
ain't
the
mad
cut.
at you. Yeah.
So who y'all got? Spence Crawford. What's the argument? Everybody going Spence up in here?
I'm going with Spence, man.
I got Spence too. You like Bud?
I like him, man. That's just my man.
Yeah.
I like him.
I gotta go with until he prove me wrong.
Spence or what?
Spence.
Yeah.
I just seen him break everybody up, man. I'm going with Spence.
Two top quality guys.
Yeah.
He got stumped, man.
At the end of the day, it's a sport of boxing. Anybody can be hurt.
Yeah, true that.
And it's two top quality guys at the end of the day, man. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, what I seen Earl Spence do with his resume, that's different.
Yeah.
That's different. Even I always say, the Porter I seen show up against Earl Spence, that Porter against, obviously Styles, Shawn probably had a different game plan.
Right.
And you probably can't approach Crawford like that. But I think that style would have got it in his ass.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, right.
Sean, that's why Sean's a professional. I'm not.
Right.
But from the outside looking in, I think that style will work against him. Because that was a war.
Yeah.
Every minute, second.
Yeah.
That was like classic old school stuff.
Definitely was.
Yeah.
Appreciate you hyping me up.
Oh, no, you know, I always hype you up. I'm sorry, man.
For my man that night.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, but all it takes is one mistake.
One
Just
mistake,
I said,
man.
And, one mistake.
And
that
that's
could
why
be the
everybody
difference
love boxing,
between,
though.
winning, right.
That's why everybody love boxing. Because with football, you make a mistake, you blitz on the wrong play, you get a downfield bomb, but you can catch that guy. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
This sport, man, one mistake.
Yeah. What they say, a game of inches?
Man, I seen that fight with Ugas and Bud. That wasn't nothing but Cuba versus USA. And what I'm saying, Cuba versus USA is not going to win.
Okay.
Judging is not going to be in our favor. The crowd ain't going to be in our favor, so on and so forth. I was there at that fight.
Right.
And at the same time, they were both young. You know what I mean? They're men now.
Right.
But when you look at that and you look at how Errol straight demolished Ugas,
Right.
again, you just have to look at the fact that those were two grown men fighting and those were kids fighting. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't read into that one at all.
Yeah. But I mean, they gotta be better opponents than the guys. These cons and these mean machines.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Come on.
I don't think at this point. I don't think Terrence needs to be tested or anything like that. You know, like the things we say about boots. I think the time is now.
Right.
At 147 for undisputed.
Right.
Or move up to 154.
Cause he already like 35, right?
Yeah.
So I mean.
Yeah. And the way I look at it, he in his prime right now.
Right.
Everybody think a fighter in his prime when he hit 30. Fighter's probably in his prime when he's between 32 and 35.
Yeah.
Because think about it as a man. You consider yourself to probably be who you gonna be at 30 to 35.
Right.
You're still learning, you're still growing when you're 30, 31, 32. You know?
Right. Well, the game. I guess the game would be different then because times past, the younger fighter would retire the older fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But the way it was back then, them fighters was in their 40s or late 30s, still fighting young, tenacious, hungry fighters that want it all.
Right.
Them old heads wasn't training the way they was training when they was young.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's definitely a big reason why I let it go. I can't do what I used to do.
Right.
I don't fit mentally, emotionally. I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to be in the mountains running. I don't want to be doing swim workouts that last for 20, 30 minutes.
Right.
I want to do that no more. You know what I mean? So when I look at the other guys and I know for myself, if I'm not willing to do what it takes to get in the ring, then I probably shouldn't be in the ring. You know what I mean?
True that.
If you see me come back, it's because I know that I'm going to do everything I need to do to get back in the ring, you know?
True that.
And you know, boxing frustrating because at the end of the day, I told Shawn yesterday, we should have got a Thurman Porter twice, Spence Porter twice. We should be working on the second Spence Crawford right now. If boxing was right.
Right.
At the end of the day, Shawn would be millions and millions up, but at the end of the day, as my friend, he's gonna suffer in the end. That was my biggest worry in his whole career. What I gotta deal with Shawn Porter, 50 and plus. I know you guys want to see him fight, but I understand Shawn's like, I got my wits about me. I can go.
Right.
I can go and I can feel right about going. But at the end of the day, boxing would be so much bigger if these guys would just, the Mayweather effect.
Hey, I'm
Don't want,
right there.
don't want to lose the O.
Clean right there.
Don't want to make the money.
I'm clean right there.
Go ahead.
I think boxing is right. I don't think there's only like 2 fights that's never been made. There's Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis.
Oh, you went back.
Should have been
Right? But every fight has always been made. There's not a fight that we never got. It might not have got it when you want it.
Yeah.
Timing is
But
everything.
why I don't know why people keep shit. I'm a historian of the sport.
I'm
Like
not.
I don't know why people keep shitting on the sport like that. But there's never been a fight you never got.
My thing is,
Except for Lennox Lewis and Riddick Bowe. That's it. And Pryor maybe, because I had a whole debate over that with Derek James yesterday, and he brought. But we're talking about literally 40 years ago, 30 years ago.
So what?
In the last 5 years, you got every
Boxing's
fight
still
you want.
in the same position it was 30, 40 years ago.
It's not though. It's
It
not.
ain't?
You can't tell me
It's
that
worse.
Tyson.
It's worse.
No, it can't be.
How
Shawn.
is it not worse
All right,
now?
I'm gonna give you 3. Let me give you 3. You ready?
Go for it.
You got the sloppiest looking white man ever is destroying motherfuckers.
he clean though.
Right?
He clean.
I said it's
He-
worse
like-
now than it was
Clean.
back then.
But how can it be
That's
worse?
key number 1 on my behalf.
Okay,
so it's worse now.
Do
Go
you
ahead.
accept that one?
No, because Tyson Fury is amazing.
It's clean.
Yeah,
What?
that's what I'm
It's
saying.
clean.
Like for him not to have the physique
That is what
that
it
he
is.
has,
It is
and
what
still
it
be
is.
destroying dudes, and I'm a Deontay
boxing.
Wilder fan.
That's boxing.
But that means that you don't need. That means that everybody could get into the sport. If a kid sees a mushy white
Tyson
man doing
Fury
all
been
this,
boxing since he was 8 years old.
I
He didn't
think
just
that-
get into the ring,
no, but
which
when
means
the
he
kid
acquired
sees
all his
Ty-
skill.
When the kid sees,
He-
I'm gonna go another route. I go why it's good too, right? Is that
welterweights?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That don't get applied to the heavyweight division.
no? But I'm just saying, just for the eye candy, you know what I mean? Like you for a little kid to see Tyson Fury's physique and to see his skill says that everybody can get into the sport.
What it say to me is I can do it too. That's what it say to me. If I see a big fat guy that nobody expects to beat this strong looking amazing Adonis, and he does it, it says whatever I want to do in life, I can do it too.
So that's what makes boxing right. That's why you said, yeah. So you accept that one there. That's one of the reasons why I said boxing is good, because you accept that.
Yeah, I accept that.
All right. Another reason why.
I think he flipped it on me. I'm confused now. I don't give a damn. What up, big guy?
All right, so you accept that one. At no point in boxing history did you be able to make the money you make right now.
It's true.
With Sugar Ray, Bernard Hopkins was the undisputed champion and was fighting for $50,000 just to get on. $50,000.
The first $1 million purse was 100 years ago. You
No,
know what I'm saying?
no, I'm saying though, but
you're
not getting people. People not getting destroyed anymore.
Bro, people was getting
It's
destroyed
not like
because they was
Death Row
doing
Records
bad
anymore
business. The
where you
first
sell a
$1
million
million
records and
purse
you living in
was
the project.
100 years ago. They getting destroyed because they doing bad business.
No, but I'm saying very real. You don't hear no boxer go, DAZN did me wrong, Al Heyman did me wrong, Top Rank did me wrong. In the last 10 years, you can't even. In the last 10 years, 15 years,
people.
you have not heard.
Donna was on our show
You have
saying
the
people did it
cruiserweight
wrong.
champion of the
You got
world.
maybe Broadening, right? But
Cruiserweight champion of the world. Who'd you just say? Because we ain't even gonna speak out. You said
Crawford?
Eddie, he ain't happy. And let me tell you, he got not just did he become champion, he got the Rolex after the fight.
I know.
And he's still
but
not
Danny,
happy.
Danny, we looking at, you can't go, one person makes the rule. Everybody can't be happy. But if one person, two people, I give y'all 20 motherfuckers is not happy, and 1,000 others are, then we gotta say the other 20 is something wrong with the other 20.
Sean, as a fighter,
Every division. No, you don't hear no complaining about fighting. You got your own fighter, Gary Russell Jr., right? He fight once a year. Every time I see him, he looking good. He don't like he missed no meals. He not on the internet crying about he broke and he not fighting.
Was you always vocal when you maybe wasn't the happiest as an active fighter?
Absolutely.
Come on, very few people know the real. I'm telling you.
You know what that mean, right? Revolution start when your stomach is growling. Shawn's stomach was not growling. He might not have been happy, but he had a steak on his plate, right? So how we defining happiness?
Hold on, because Shawn
you ain't have no steak.
Bro,
I wasn't eating steak.
You wasn't eating no steak.
I wasn't eating
Not
steak.
during training.
Back to the original. You said
I
you
got
wasn't happy about.
One more.
Go ahead.
One more, right? If you got everybody looking like, if a business is not booming, nobody's gonna get into it. You got so many new boxing factions and companies. Just looking at it from a business standpoint, Shawn. From a business standpoint,
Nobody is getting into boxing for the business. Nobody understands the business.
I used to fight, so I get it. I used to fight. I'm talking about.
You're talking about like Jake Paul and this wave that's coming?
I'm talking about Pro Bellum. I'm talking about Boxer. I'm talking about Black.
Yeah.
If the model wasn't successful, they would not get into it.
They don't have a business model.
No,
I know this
but you
personally.
Okay,
this is what I'm going to say about that. Everybody that gets into boxing does not understand the business of boxing.
That doesn't matter.
And that's why they don't survive. Jay-Z is the it. If
That's
Jay-Z
one
is
time.
no,
That's
one
10
time,
years ago. With
one time,
with
50 Cent.
We're talking about Floyd Mayweather days.
Huh?
In the last, those are 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Okay, so no, not gonna be okay. But
Right.
BOK is not going to have longevity in this sport. They don't have a business model.
Okay, let's assume
No
that
disrespect, but I know it is what it
Sean,
is.
let's assume that's right?
That's 100% right.
Okay,
Anybody that gets into boxing does not understand the business of boxing.
I get you, right? But
I seen her. I'm sorry to keep cutting you off, but we
Mike
was with
Tyson's another one.
we was with Freeway, Ricky Ross, yesterday or the day before. I asked him, I said, what you doing? Right now I only got one fighter. I'm trying to get into the sport. He's trying to figure out how to do it. He's trying to bring his business model that he did
exactly. So
into
if
the
there
sport.
was the way that business works, right? And I'm not saying it like you don't know. if there's no money in it, nobody's coming to the business.
So I'm sorry.
You're the way you're making it sound like even if they fail, people still see an avenue into it.
My point
so
is.
that means that the exposure
My
is.
point is, people come to boxing because they love the sport.
No.
That's why. Nobody comes.
Sean,
because
Sean,
they know how much money
I'm a
gonna
curly-haired motherfucker. When I was in the ring, motherfuckers just wanted to beat the shit out of me just because of how I look. Y'all laugh because y'all know it, right?
Yeah.
The reason why I had to get out, right? The reason why I didn't keep going is because I have an MBA in finance.
Yes,
I had to
sir.
figure out, listen, am I going to be the black guy, the guy with the black eye in a room?
Yes, sir.
Or if you go into boxing, very few men and women go in it. They either got to feed their family or they got to do some real weird shit to feed their family.
So look at
boxing is a last resort. This is not like.
Look at everybody who's come into boxing in the last, what are you saying, 10 years?
Yeah, we talking about 15
Everybody-
years. Talking about 15
in the last
years.
15 to, in
Yes.
the last 10 to 15 years?
Yes.
Everybody who's come into the sport of boxing in the last 10 to 15 years is already successful. They're bringing
But
what
they didn't have
had.
a choice. They didn't have a choice to get into the sport.
Who?
Most of the fighters,
Oh,
they
yeah, the
like
fighters.
they in detrimental situations. They
I feel like
gotta
you keep
feed.
flipping everything.
No, I'm not. You just.
Is
you
he
just
flip? Did he flip?
No.
everything? I feel like he flipped
I told you
everything on
three
me.
things. I told you 3 things on why boxing is amazing.
Okay, so here,
and
let's
you
do
want to
this.
fight that? I
Let's-
don't get that.
Let's do this.
I don't
For this
get that.
last one, let's do
Okay.
this.
He's not really fighting.
Everybody-
He's telling the truth. Like people
Everybody
think this
that's
is, like,
come into boxing in the last 10 to
easy.
15 years as a fighter, or people who have come into the business and come into boxing as a business, as a promoter, as a manager.
Yeah.
Which one?
You got both though. 'cause
The
that means
fighters
that
need this.
That means that the sport is so huge.
And we're gonna talk to Nashi in a second.
Okay.
But Nashi's been doing this since she was 8 years old, right? Did you start before you were 8?
Nah, I really started like 12, 10 years old.
Who started you out though?
He been with Barry.
Yeah, I've been with
Been with
Okay.
Hunter. Yeah.
What? If you don't mind me
but
asking.
my point.
Ask him his social situation. Like, is he growing? Like you don't get into boxing if you.
Yeah.
If you
No.
got steak on your plate,
You don't have to.
right? You don't.
Usually, if you get into boxing and you didn't need it, it's because you just loved it. You
Yeah.
wanted to do it.
Exactly.
But that is,
Like I couldn't.
it's the 90
That's one
percentile.
person
That's
though.
not the case for the
I
majority
can't.
of
I when I was fighting, I
Yeah.
couldn't beat.
Majority of our athletes that shining in high schools is coming from impoverished, low income.
Exactly, Danny.
Okay,
That's
so
that's
it's
what
not
I'm
just
saying
boxing,
to you.
It's not just boxing.
But
the reason though they have success is because they have a true business plan. They have fucking structure. You understand? 15 years ago, the NBA was almost done because of one man
Left.
with the gambling. Right? Truth be told.
Yeah.
That's the National Basketball Association. You talking about boxing? There is no business plan.
The business.
The business plan.
How is it not a
is the fucking
Danny?
pack
How is it not a
play, bro.
business plan
It's a fucking
if Tyson
pack
Fury
play.
just filled
Bro,
90,000,
you
60,000?
talking about one
Canelo.
one motherfucker.
I'm telling you, listen.
One.
I'm telling
You
you.
talking about one
you
and
can't-
one
you
to the youngest. But you gotta understand, bro. Little man right here, 2, 3 years old. His pops want to take him to play ball. Guess what? It's a path for him.
Yeah.
Pops, no pops.
How
His
is that?
mom-
You, how many father? Sean is a father-son training.
Bro,
he's a prime example
I
on how
understand that.
there's
I understand
there's
that.
Devin Haney, there's Sean,
Bro,
there's
cool.
Boots,
With a
there's
father, there's a path in other sports. It ain't no path in boxing. You understand? Because guess what? 2024 Olympics, all them fucking hoopers, they're going to be able to ball in Paris.
what-
Is boxers going to be able to box? What about when they come to LA in the US in 2028? Is my man's going to be able to shine? No.
absolutely.
Why? No,
Because
how is it
Danny, calm
absolutely
down, bro.
different?
I'm not against you.
No,
We
listen.
I'm working with you.
No, I
We work for the same people. Yeah. Wait, Danny. Let me say this, Danny. Stop, Danny.
I know it, bro. Then that's the
Danny,
thing, and that's
listen
what
to what I'm
y'all
saying,
see.
Danny.
There ain't no path into this.
First, let's bring it down to notch because we don't want people to think that there's dissension in the boxing voice family.
Hey, he's saying exactly
I'm saying,
what this gentleman is
let me
dealing with right
address
now.
that. Let me
Yeah, go
address
ahead.
it.
Yeah,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
address it. I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
address it.
Yeah.
You're just because there's not going to be fighting in the Olympics anymore doesn't mean that these boxers don't have ways to promote themselves. I'm in the gym, right? I see with the boxers, they don't promote themselves, Danny.
It was
The Olympics was
the moment for
yes,
the elite.
but am I saying? But are boxers truly out there making a name for themselves.
You said
on their own.
Sure. Now,
right?
Because of social media.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like there's fighters
so
that we
is
interview, right?
The blessing. With
exactly.
Us not having an
so
Olympics.
do you need to the Olympics to be like, I'm gonna take my headgear off and you're gonna just destroy me?
What's the path?
The path is you gotta win and you gotta promote yourself.
Okay.
Right? They didn't
Shawn,
have that.
Should we start the list of how many amateurs win?
Who's a prime example?
You know what I'm saying? Like, brother, there is no path. You get what I'm saying?
There's a path.
Point out a little kid and name me a sport that we see, one of the 4 elite, I'll name you the path. You can't name me a path in boxing. You create a path.
Tank, we're here to see Tank.
Tank
Bro,
like he was learning.
You learn on the job. You telling
in training and learning about how it works.
No, man, I'm gonna tell you.
You telling a fighter to promote themselves, bro. When Devin Haney dropped out of school in the 7th grade, you understand? So how do you want him to promote himself? His father, take my hat off to that man. You know what I'm saying? Because he's different.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, bro, he is an anomaly. Like very few. Like he is a one of one. You like, bro, we take him T-ball, then Little League. Then, you know what I'm saying? It's a fucking path. It ain't
There's
no path.
There's tons of little like children who are fighting. He's been fighting since 8 years old.
Okay, cool. So
there's tons of them,
bro. So
he
what's
ain't
next?
got
All right,
so many
What's the
national
graduation?
championships,
Exactly.
but nobody knows it.
What's the graduation? Hold on.
You don't know him.
Ask
You don't know him.
Ask him what is he doing with his social media. How often is he posting?
Social media just came around in the last 10 to 15.
He has it though right now.
Like 14.6K on Instagram.
No, but what's your
Okay,
graduation?
right?
What's your graduation? Hold on. What is your graduation as a boxer? Because what he telling you is to go the Ryan Garcia route. Go social media.
But he has the
fuck
ability.
Fuck
He
the
has the
title.
ability to go.
And this is
He has the ability to do it.
And this
Danny.
is what I was about to say about him. We were talking about what path we're gonna take, help you take, just the other night. And when we left the conversation, we was like, we just gonna keep waiting on him to call. Like there is no true.
Why
path.
though? Why is he waiting for a call? The idea that you are
I broke
going
it down
in,
to him.
Sean, let me.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes,
saying
sir.
this to him, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The idea that you are doing the most gladiator, machismo sport in the history of creation, modern creation, and you're waiting for another man to call you, is preposterous to me.
It's not.
When I mentor
not.
a black kid, when I mentor young black men, right, in high school in New York, right, I say to them, if a white kid is guarding you, and you play a sport, I hate to use sports, but it's a universal thing. If a white kid is guarding you, how much are you going to score on this white kid? They all say 50. All of them say 50. So I say, if you immediately feel that you're that superior, why do you walk around with your head down? How does the mindset go that I know I'm going to dominate him physically, but then when I get in front of somebody, my whole posture is deflated.
So what's the path?
Right? So how is this man is risking his life, literally, in the most gladiator sport, now reduce himself to, not reduce, I don't want to, don't take that verbiage anyway. Now reduce himself to waiting for somebody to call him.
I'll answer that.
Please.
I will answer that.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Sure. And I'm going to bring up Devin Haney. Devin Haney was not with the promoter his entire career. But now, in order for him to get paid, in order for him to be on TV, in order for millions and millions of people to see him and know who he is, yes, he has social media. Social media ain't going to pay him the way these promoters is going to pay him.
What's his following like, Sean? Does he have a good following on social media?
I don't know. I don't
a couple
know.
million?
All I know is,
I know.
in the sport of boxing, in order for you to get paid, you either have to be with a manager or you have to be with a promoter.
Now,
There is no way to get paid without doing that, because guess what? Once this man becomes 20-0 and he wants to fight on I'll say PBC card, because this is a PBC weekend, and he says, I'm going for my 21st fight, I want $50,000, they're going to say, we're not going to give you $50,000 without you signing the contract with us.
Sure.
No promoter is going to just pay.
Now you brought up other sports. Watch this. You brought up other sports and him waiting on the call, right, from the white man. is Hoopers not waiting on the call from Adam Silver? What about football players? Is they not waiting on the call from Roger Goodell?
Do they need them though? Do they need them?
If they don't,
it's 70% of the league is African American.
Hold on. So cool. So
That's
I
why
don't
they
go
have,
to the NBA.
and that's why they have the Players Association.
No.
Of course.
No, so we don't wait on that call from Adam Silver.
This don't have nothing to do with white and black, Danny. This is about him taking
we don't wait on the call from Adam Silver. Okay. We wait on the call from Ice Cube because he got the big three, right? That's what you're saying?
No, you don't wait on the call for nobody. That's what I'm saying.
So you do.
You telling me this is the business model, right? Let me tell you the business model.
How long did the Big Baller Brand League last? Because what you're saying is what the Pops did. How long did that league last? He ain't wait on no call. He created his own league.
Of course.
How long
That's
did
what
it
we're
last?
talking. What difference
How
does it make?
long did it last?
Danny.
Because what he's saying
That's
is
not how-
BLK Prime came in, they're not going to last. Bro, people
Danny,
don't last. It's
how-
hard to last in this business.
That's what business is, though, Danny. Somebody got to clean the toilets in the society. Somebody got to wash the floors. Everybody can't be successful, brother.
Right.
You can start a business. That doesn't mean you guarantee success.
He clean toilets. He's successful.
I own the company.
Yeah.
And I make 6 figures a month.
You telling me, Shawn, you telling me, right? You telling me that this, what's your name? Nasheed got all these, Nasheed, if he's starting his own stuff, right? He got all of these barbershops, right? You telling me that they not able to rent out a 2,000 seat bingo hall?
I'll be honest with you.
And
he
the
the only
ring.
one from around
Listen
here?
to what I'm saying, Danny. Let me finish saying what I'm saying, bro. You just ready to like respond and not listen, bro. I'm saying to you,
you being unrealistic.
I'm not being unrealistic. You telling me that he don't got enough resources to rent out a bingo hall, a ring to set up a ring is $2,000 to rent it, and then you get the boxing license. It costs about $40,000 to put on a small event.
It's a realistic.
And you start your own thing. Like, why is that unrealistic, Shawn?
It's realistic, but it's realistic, but it's a fantasy because
$40,000?
How many times can he do that though?
Because he's making his money back.
He doesn't want to fight in the bingo hall. That's not what he saw on TV.
He gotta start at the bingo hall.
That's not what he saw on TV.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Y'all talk about this
You're
model.
telling me he has to start in the bingo hall. Okay, cool.
Every
Who's he gonna
video
fight
game-
against?
Bro, hold on.
He gotta get
The people that come to see him. How much are they gonna pay to see him?
Dudes coming out of college that's getting drafted. They not going back to their high school playing on that field. They playing in the big stadium, bro.
That's different.
Why is it different? Because there's a structure. Because there's a path.
But that's what everybody. There's a path, right? If he's gonna start, he's not fighting 12 rounds out the gate. He's fighting 4. He fighting 6. He fighting 8. Fighting 10.
Dudes getting drafted ain't starting. Ain't playing 60 minutes. Right, but I'm saying.
All right, we're not gonna agree to this. You the boss, really?
Nah, bro.
You younger than me?
I'm trying.
You trying to comprehend, but you just responding. You just listen and respond, bro. I'm telling you, if they got 40,000,
you listen to the show every day, right?
Of course.
Right. Does Ness not give the same delusional thoughts?
I'll answer that in a second.
He may.
Yeah.
Exactly. And do I not rebuttal him every day, bro? I'm a realist. I've only been in this sport 5 years, and I legit told my uncle this morning. I said, bro, the robbery that goes on in this sport is disgusting.
Insane.
Bro, I'm from the street.
Insane.
I'm from the street. Bro, if boxing was dope, they cutting the shit out this dope. Let me tell you. If boxing was dope, they is cutting the shit out this dope.
Name one business.
It ain't even pure.
Name one business where the worker is not getting destroyed. Name one. In the history of mankind, name one business where the worker's not getting destroyed.
Bro, I know that all these other professional athletes, because that's what they are, a professional athlete, bro, they just implemented even for baseball, right? Because I watch it all, right? Even for baseball in the farm league, you in the minors, you getting your housing and $250,000 a year. Is you getting anything close to that?
No.
Bro, these cats are selling candy bars because that's what it would be, right? The amateurs, the amateurs would be like the minors.
Car washes,
candy bars to share rooms, 4 or 6 individuals in a room at these amateur
Danny,
tournaments.
let me tell you how that's not true. You ready? You ready for me to say yours?
I just said it was true because that's what I did.
I'm gonna tell you how it's not true. Let me tell you let me tell you.
He's gonna tell you what you didn't do, Shawn.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not true, right? Mike Tyson was the youngest heavyweight champion at 20 years old.
He keep naming
The anomalies, yeah.
No. I'm not naming. I'm starting out with the anomaly, and I'm starting out in the past so that we can see how it's now different. When Mike got the championship, he was 20. That was the anomaly.
Right.
Now, we got like 120-year-old champions. So it's not an anomaly anymore. Are successful ones?
No,
we got
in the last 10 years. Name me who became champion before the age of by the age of 20.
Can I get 23?
You said 20.
He said, "Can I get 23?"
You said 20.
Okay, let's go 20. You
But to
won't
your
give me
point-
3 years. Y'all so
No.
lost in it. That y'all won't
But
give
to
me
your
3
point. But to your point.
3 years. Okay, I asked you so let's say 20. We got David Benavidez, right? He became champion at 20. We got Devin Haney, right?
21.
20. No, but he got his first title at 20. He got the WBC at 20.
Oh, he got called it when he was 20.
Yeah, I don't have nothing to do with that, brother. Okay.
No, actually, no. He actually made his first defense 6 days before his 21st.
Okay, right. So then, if you give me 23, I can give you like at least 10. But like y'all make it sound like 23.
But they're not making that money.
Y'all keep saying all
They're
this
not.
stuff, but in the 80s they wouldn't have been able to be champions, bro.
So you said you said we got all the fights we wanted, and the sport of boxing is great.
It's
right now.
amazing.
My thing is, like with Shawn should have fought if Shawn fights Thurman twice, Shawn don't make double on the next one?
Of course.
Shawn fights Spence twice, Shawn don't make double on Spence?
But where we going with
Listen.
I just gotta,
double?
we don't know double. We don't know, right?
We raise the prices, we make double.
It probably both of them would have been double.
Okay.
At that point,
As great as those fights were.
my man, I don't know how Shawn look at the sport. He could walk away financially. I'm even in a better spot.
Okay.
Financially, you should take care of your boxers like that. Once they get to that level, Shawn fought a guy from Maryland. Even though Shawn was dominant, he took punches. Every punch adds something to Shawn's life. Why are we wasting it? Let Shawn make money, make $5-10 million, and Shawn can go off in the sunset with his family and his wife and live healthy. The sport of boxing. And then you give it, the sport of boxing is even bigger.
Are you taking the power out of Shawn's hands, though? You're making it sound like Shawn didn't have no say in nothing.
Because Shawn
like,
wanted Spence. You wanted Spence back. Hell no, he had no power to say that.
Everybody wanted Spence back, right? But once you lost the title, there was a different path, right? There's a different path. Just because Shawn want that don't mean
I'm just saying the sport of boxing.
You making it sound like because when
he's
Shawn
telling
won, everybody else got to line up with Shawn.
No.
He's telling you that the
don't
sport
work.
of boxing don't give you
the sport of boxing don't give
you what you want.
We should be having Spence Crawford twice right now. This should be on the second one.
Excuse me for a second.
Huh?
This father like that too, man. He just like want to see you, man.
Say again?
Oh, he want to fight you. That's what I got out of that. He want to fight you. I got that out of that.
I put a post out. I said, don't come in here with no hostility, all right? So walk out and come back in with a peaceful heart.
Let me say this, bro. Let me say this.
Yeah.
Just because, Shawn, I'm gonna use some colorful language. Don't come for me. Who give a fuck what Shawn won if he lost?
Okay.
That's the truth.
Who give a fuck what
That's
he
the
won?
truth.
If he want to call the shots, fucking win.
Bro.
But hey,
And you're not gonna tell me just because he won it, I gotta listen to the loser.
Bob don't.
Right?
But
No, yes or no.
I own the company.
Yes or no. Yes or
No,
no.
but I own the company. I don't make more. I don't financially. I don't make more if I run that back.
Who cares? If we're the workers, if you want to make more, start it. Right?
You're right, because I did that. You're
Exactly.
right, I did that. You're right, I did
If
that.
this man want to make more,
But I'm saying,
you gotta go to these
how
barbers,
far would the sport of
and they
boxing
gotta-
be if we had if we get what we want? We ain't on the level with we up there with the NBA, because we hardcores right here.
absolutely. You know why y'all better than? You know why y'all get more exposure than the NBA? Right?
No,
They
walk
do?
out. I don't even want to hear why.
Hear it.
Walk out. And I'm
Hear
calling
it.
that's the point. That's disrespectful.
Can
There's no way to.
I believe in boxing this much. Let me tell
I'm
you
gonna get
why.
you Uber. Where you going?
Sean, listen to what I'm saying.
No, I'm getting you an Uber.
Let me tell you why boxers.
I'm gonna get you to the Capitol Arena, okay?
Bro, can I
Just
speak?
sit in there by yourself.
Can
and
I tell you
ponder
why boxers get more
while you're
exposure
there
than
now
the
by
NBA?
yourself.
Can I tell you why? Right? We're just gonna do it on just basic math, right? Basic math. Shawn is in the spotlight 2 times a year and could walk into any fucking restaurant and get a free dinner.
No.
And the NBA is in the spotlight.
Everybody don't know who the fuck Shawn Porter.
Out the year.
Hey, everybody don't know. No, that's not true. People don't know who Shawn Porter is. That's a lie, bro. I got family members that don't know who Shawn is.
Everybody don't know everybody in the NBA, bro.
Come on.
Wait, bro. How many times you work a year?
You already know.
At the height of your making money, how many times you work a year?
You already know that we struggle.
Twice a year.
Once, maybe.
And he can go anywhere. And
No, he can't.
Go anywhere.
No, he can't.
So
Why do you think that?
Because everybody loves boxing.
Brother, let me
Everybody loves boxing.
I run into people like you all the time that say somebody else is walking by and they say, "Oh, you don't know who this is?" No, that person doesn't know who I am.
No,
it is what it is.
I don't know everybody. I don't know everybody name in the NBA. But when I see him, I'm like,
because they tall.
Who's that
Yeah,
guy?
you just know.
yo,
Hey, I'm going to get you an Uber or you got to sit down. Pick one. I'm going to get you an Uber or you got to sit down.
You work twice a year.
It's not
I ain't
enough.
got no
And
teeth.
everybody knows you.
Out of sight, out of mind.
He need a teeth.
You need a T.
He need a teeth. You need to calm down, Chad.
Yo, all right.
I respect your passion. We need an enemy. We need an enemy in the barbershop.
I can't be the enemy if I love the sport.
Yeah.
I love this sport. I can't
That's
let y'all
why, and
trash
that's
it.
why you're so passionate.
Yeah.
I can't
And
let
you
y'all
can't
trash
believe
it.
the things that we're saying.
It, bro. Let me tell
I
you.
said,
Because you
I
love the
said
sport.
everything. I said 3 reasons. Tyson Fury is mushy, and he's selling out 90,000-seat arenas.
Okay, Andy Ruiz is fat
Nobody's
as fuck.
getting jerked.
Andy Ruiz is fat as fuck. He's Mexican.
Nobody's
Hold on, listen.
getting jerked in the person anymore.
Listen. He's Mexican. Bigger Mexican population in this country than the entire British population in existence. So we talking Mexicans, Americans, not even the real ones. We talking me. We exist more than the Brits. What is Andy doing? Is he doing 90? Did he do 50? Did he do anything close to
You want me
it?
to tell you why Andy didn't do it? Because unlike all the other Mexicans, Andy got the title, and I never seen a Mexican get lazy like Andy.
Bro, you
And the
talking
Mexican
about laziness?
community
Okay.
revolted against him.
Okay.
Because he got fat, and he got
No, he
went
been
to the,
fat.
No, but he got fatter against
Yeah.
the Joshua
That's cool.
fight.
That's
And
cool.
no, you
That's
can't
cool.
tell me the Mexicans the hardest working people.
Was he
Ever.
doing numbers though? No.
Not he wasn't
Bro.
doing it, but when he got Joshua, he was the king of the world, bro.
Bro, and still
And then he did
And
with
still
no
king of
Mexican.
the world.
I've never seen a
King of
Mexican
the world,
get the
listen,
title
listen.
and then
King of the
lose
world,
it like that.
King of the world on social media. Because, brother, that was it. That was it. The people that you thinking all these free dinners, where they at? That shit is in your mind.
Andy not getting the free
Bro.
dinners because when he went against Joshua in the second fight, he did what no Mexican has
Before
ever done.
then,
Danny,
before then,
you keep
bro,
missing. You keep
before
not
he lost,
acknowledging that
before
point.
he lost, after he won, that was, bro, he wasn't.
After the first fight, the dude was getting the free dinners. You telling me when he beat? I was in the audience when he beat Joshua. I was getting.
He may have gotten 2 or 3 free dinners.
You telling me?
As a
Andy
heavyweight.
had to get some
Let me
feed.
tell
He
you,
came
let
in
me tell you,
45
let me
pounds
tell you.
heavier.
He
He
had
had to
money,
be
he had
getting
money.
some food.
He had
for
money.
some free dinners.
If he did, he got him in Mexico. He got him in Mexico. He didn't get him in this country, bro. He didn't get him in this
What
country.
difference does it make? What difference if you getting the free dinners does it make, bro?
Because guess what? The money is made. The money is made in this
I'm not
country.
flipping
Yo,
nothing.
at the end of the day, the money is made in this country.
Yo,
Fury
because
came-
I'm making sense,
Bro.
my G. Y'all trying to find all of these things wrong with the sport instead of looking at. That's why relationships is shitty. Because y'all instead of looking at the shit that's
No,
great,
let me tell
y'all
you.
looking at the
let me-
2%
Nah,
that's
nah,
trash.
I'm gonna say what you want. Here's the thing, and with all due respect, what you doing is you talking about how good the pussy is. You're not talking about how toxic the relationship is.
No, that's true.
Brother,
That's true.
Brother, sometimes
That's true.
sometimes you gotta let that shit go.
That's true.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
no.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta let that shit go.
I don't think the relationship is toxic,
The
right?
relationship is toxic.
Let me tell you what it is. That's a great analogy, man. It's a great
relationship
analogy.
is
You
toxic.
started this analogy. How you
It's a
gonna
great.
him on it?
I said
You
it's a
flipped it
great
again.
one. I said it's a great analogy, but let me add some paprika on it, some Lowry's on it, so that we can. Lowry's. That's why I said Lowry's, yo. I'm black too, yo. So come on. All I'm saying is, right, the relationship, the relationship isn't toxic, right? You just not looking at what
I'ma
that
tell you how
person
it is.
does great.
Yeah,
you're
no,
looking
no,
at
this
you're looking
relationship
at
is
all of the
that's
trash.
toxic
This
right
relationship is
Yo,
toxic.
yo, you know what? This legit, like I said, but it's like, it's the same thing with Ness, bro. It's like, I see it, and as Ness calls it optimistic, I call it I'm realistic, bro.
No, you
Like-
gotta have flowers in your eyes, man.
No, here's the thing, bro.
As much as I may not look at it, I got my heart broken a couple times. That don't mean that every relationship I go into I'm looking at her like she's trash.
You right. You right, but
I can't exist like
but
that.
we talking about the relationship is one individual. Like, bro, yeah, you got your fighters that's getting paid. You know what I'm saying? You got your promoters that's getting paid on certain events, right? Not all of them, on certain events.
Hey,
So-
somebody on
so-
said, who is dude? They tired of you.
Give him your credentials.
right.
Give him your credentials.
Yo, can I ask a question?
Give me your credentials.
Can I ask the barbers a
In
question?
caps, Danny spitting facts.
Yo, can I ask? Let's get off of me. Can I ask the
Shout out
barbers a
to
question?
JW.
Can I ask the bar?
And,
Can y'all talk to me about man weaves, yo? Are y'all pissed about
Hey,
this?
hey,
Look.
one of your dogs is on here. Hold up. Somebody said, Saquon, my dog, but telling somebody to improve their social media when he only got 18 followers is insane.
Damn, champ.
You got about 20 followers?
I got like 1,400. I got 1,400. But let me tell you this: when I look at my analytics, I got a ton of stuff. I got people constantly visiting my page, but they don't want to follow the curly haired dude that's against their religion,
Yeah,
yo.
let me
They're like, yo, he too cute to follow.
Let me do
I
this
can't-
real
I
quick
can't-
and then we gonna move on. What you're talking about is exactly why this podcast is where it's at this very moment.
Okay.
You, because you love the sport, you look at the sport differently than I do. And while Danny here calls himself a realist, I've become a realist from being involved with this sport at the capacity that I have been as a fighter, as a young athlete, as an older athlete, and of course as a businessman as well. And what I see from you is, as somebody that loves the sport, you want everybody to identify with the sport the way that you
No,
identify with it.
that might be true. Yep.
Right.
Yep. I agree.
No, this sport is on the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to athletics. But here's what I've learned, and again, this
Not
is why
athletics. Like what it takes
athletics.
to get in that
It's
ring
it's
is
below
crazy.
cricket.
No.
This sport's below cricket.
Sport though. It's
Huh?
also individual sport. It's
No,
not a
no,
team
he's talking about
promotion.
I'm just saying,
Talking
in
about
terms,
popularity.
I just mean in terms of popularity.
In terms of popularity,
Not
for
like the
sure.
Lakers
Bro, you
versus-
can't argue
Bro,
here, bro.
you telling me?
You can't argue. Let me tell you, cricket, it's a dude in India with $250 million. The social media you talking about, he has $250 million followers.
Danny,
You understand what that is?
Danny, listen to what I'm
Brother,
saying.
there's
Danny.
never been a
Danny, listen to this.
There has never
Danny,
been
listen
a
to what I'm saying.
$250
Okay,
million into one
I agree
fight
with you. You telling me that Shawn can't go anywhere, and you put fucking 10 NHL players next to Shawn, and they won't all know Shawn and not know any of the 10 NHL players?
Where we going? Because I bet you
That's what
win
I'm saying.
DC,
So you
if we
can't say
DC,
that boxing
These
is
barbers
like-
might know
you can't say boxing that's the
Alexander
glass to the
Ovechkin as
totem
much
pole.
as they know Shawn Porter.
I'm telling you
know
what
what I'm
I
saying?
know, sir. I'm telling you what I know from being very analytical, being very honest, and just being very open. And that, again, this is why this podcast exists and is where we are right now. I've had most recently, and I know I talked about it a little bit on the podcast, I was expecting Genuine to come up here because he reached out to me from being a fight fan.
Yeah.
And this is what I've learned over the years, probably the last 3 to 5 years. Everybody that I watch loves me, and I did not know that. All of the top NBA players, all of the top rappers, all of the top any and every industry loves boxing. But the people that love them don't love boxing. The people that follow them don't follow boxing. This podcast is designed to help boxing cross over, so that when people are watching Genuine, they see Genuine at a boxing match, and they understand that Genuine loves that. Maybe I'll tune into it too. People don't follow boxing the way that you do, and the way that you expect everybody else to,
Sean,
and that's why this podcast exists.
But that's every.
I mean, you know, it kind of went up there.
Sure.
Over my head a little bit.
Sure.
You understand? But
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But that's every sport though, right?
It's not, brother.
Every
It's
sport, the NFL,
They
a
own
person
the
who
day of the
watches
week.
football doesn't watch basketball. Everybody who watches basketball doesn't watch baseball.
A lot of the athletes, I'm not gonna say all of the athletes, a lot of the athletes connect to boxing.
Of course.
And that's why you have a Jake Paul situation right now. You have these other people trying to get into boxing. We've seen basketball players do it, and we've seen a few football players do it as well. They're trying to test themselves, take themselves to the limit. Everybody who knows boxing knows that boxing is the limit. But,
All right. I'll let it go, man. I'm gonna go to the background now.
But I'm just saying, and this is
All right.
why.
Sean, you got to
Yo,
want
to
to
your wife.
himself.
What's your wife's name? What's your wife's name?
But this is why my wife Leticia right here.
Leticia, I'm sorry if I was screaming in your ear. All right.
But this is why I created the
All right.
podcast, because I want people to see that even though you follow, just pull this one out of my ass, Ezekiel Elliott. You follow Ezekiel Elliott. You see Ezekiel every single week. You're connected to Ezekiel. You only connected to me for one night, for an entire year, and you're waiting a whole year to get connected to me again.
For 36 minutes. For 36 minutes. For 36
All
minutes.
that.
To still have the notoriety,
All
and
that.
to still have the
All that.
notoriety that he has,
But-
when he's only working 36 minutes
Yeah,
a night,
but the problem
twice
is-
a year. He's
Sean-
working
Yeah,
72
but the-
minutes.
I hear you.
If it go the
I hear-
distance,
Sean.
if it go the distance, he's
Sean.
working 72 minutes,
And-
and he's making
I hear you.
he's making
No, I hear you, bro. Let me
millions.
tell you the problem. No, for sure. But with, bro, with all due, bro.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Fights again.
Yo, Sean could gain 50 pounds in between fights, right? NBA
Hey,
players.
don't start that rumor.
No, but Sean, okay, Fernando Vargas gained 50 pounds. Rolly gains 40. Every fighter.
Can't talk about Fernando. That's my best friend.
Yo, but-
Yeah, in between fights. In
hold on.
between fights.
So-
let me speak, Dan. Let me speak,
No,
Dan.
don't say Rolly, because Rolly in Vegas. And we'll see him soon.
Sean, a fighter can gain 50 pounds between fights and still come back and make astronomical amounts of money. No NBA player can gain that weight. No football player can gain that weight. No baseball player can gain that weight and still come back and still come back and make the money
know why?
that they make.
You know why?
They can.
You know why?
Am I right?
Bro,
You saying yes? Are you
you're-
agreeing? Yes or no?
No, I'm disagreeing, and I'm gonna give you the most recent big name too. James Harden, right? He got like this beard.
I know James Harden,
You
bro.
feel me?
on
James
now, you know I'm a
Harden
QB.
showed up to Houston, right, looking like Tyson Fury. But guess what? The NBA has this beautiful thing called guaranteed contracts. So James Harden, out of shape, was still getting fucking paid. He was worthless, right? But he was still gonna get paid. Boxers, Shawn's a great example. Matter of fact, Shawn missed weight. You remember that? You remember he
never
had a
missed
drop
weight.
draws. They got the towel.
Against
They
who,
got
guys?
the towel.
He didn't miss weight.
Hold on.
He had to cut his hair.
Shawn.
He had to cut his
Shawn,
hair.
if you ain't cut your hair, was you still getting your check? Was you still
Difference,
getting
he
your
never
check?
missed weight,
If
did
you
he?
ain't make weight, if you
never
ain't
missed
make
weight?
weight,
I was gonna get the check, but I wasn't gonna get that next fight.
Tight.
That next fight was Earl. I
was
wasn't
you-
gonna get
but
that next
was
fight.
you gonna get the entire check? If you miss weight,
Oh no.
okay.
No.
Now,
No.
He didn't
if
miss
who guys
weight, though,
wanted
Danny.
to, okay. But here's the thing. James Harden came in fat as fuck. His money guaranteed. Shawn had to cut his fucking hair. Champ, I think there was a better solution to that too. I ain't think you had to do it like that.
Yeah.
You feel me? I
It
think,
grew back.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think his
um,
dad did that. though.
But
He
bro,
didn't cut
he
it.
had to do that
Dad
because
caught
guess
it.
what? He don't do that. He don't make weight. He don't fight. He don't get paid. Bro, all these leagues, even the NFL, which ain't guaranteed, they got their guarantee. Not all, but bro, these fighters don't fight. They ain't on shit. D Rose, I'm from the city, bro. D Rose put the city on Youngest rookie ever. 5 years, $98 million he got. 2 weeks later, career was never the same.
Dang, I don't
Guess
understand
what?
how
And he's
that-
still
what-
getting paid.
I don't understand what. I think we're talking about two different
No, we
things.
not.
I'm saying that.
You
Shawn
saying
is
that he
I'm
could
saying
gain
that-
weight. You said he
I'm
could
saying
gain
that
weight.
Shawn can get out of weight
Yeah.
between fights.
And so can these athletes.
You're talking. Okay, James Harden is the exception. Every fighter can
Bro,
gain.
all these athletes.
All right, man. I'm gonna leave it alone.
No,
man.
I'm just saying,
You won, y'all won, y'all won.
NBA,
Let's get the youngin' in. Let's get the
NBA
youngin'
and
in,
Major
man.
League Baseball
Let's
have
get the youngin'
guaranteed
in.
contracts, bro.
Let's get the youngin' in, man.
So in shape, your contract is guaranteed. You getting paid. You know that your family's good for as long as that contract is good for. Shawn don't know that. Shawn get in there the night he don't know what the fuck about to happen. Yo, my man's, what's my man's? God keep protecting him with the Bills right now.
Darren Hammond.
DeMar Hamlin.
DeMar Hamlin.
Bro, he don't play another damn. He getting that check. Word is
That's
born.
not. No, the NFL contracts are not guaranteed.
No, not all of it.
No.
Part of it
Yeah.
is guaranteed though.
Yeah. Only
Part
if
of it
you,
is
only
guaranteed.
if you get past a certain.
No. That's
only
that,
if you get past a
no,
certain.
that's your
a
retirement.
certain
Yeah, that's your
portion.
retirement. That's
Yeah.
your retirement. I'm
So-
talking about the contract he got.
NFL is the only league that don't have guaranteed contracts.
Bro,
brother.
okay, what you sign, say it's $100 million. You may not get $100 million guaranteed, but 30, 40 guaranteed. You getting some guaranteed.
Everything
You
is
get
not
us-
guaranteed unless they put it up on the front end. No other league except for the NFL. Every other league for the NFL got guaranteed money, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. Laquan Treadwell.
Yeah, but it's on the front end.
Laquan
It's on the front end of the
Laquan
of the
Treadwell
West
was a teammate of mine. He played wide receiver. He was a first round draft pick. Played for the Vikings. Played for
They play these games at
the
different
Falcons.
locations.
Bro,
They get broadcast
he ain't
at
make
different
it past his
locations
4-year
because
mark.
some are more active.
So he ain't
They
getting
get
his
jersey
pension.
money. You know, they walk around with their jersey on. You know what I mean?
But he still got his check.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't. Legit.
That's because they not working
That's the
hard enough
problem.
for that.
That's the problem.
It is
The
about
only
that.
way-
Ain't nobody giving away
The
money,
only
bro.
way is bringing them together.
You think
The
just
only
'cause
way
you
is
fight,
bringing
you
them
supposed to get all
together.
this stuff?
And that's why I'm trying to,
They
bro.
play in different states, right?
I'm young, but I've been around the business. I know how this shit go, bro. We talking about unrealistic things, bro. You know what I'm saying? Well, how old are you, bro? He 20, bro. He already didn't play 4 years of college
That's
ball
'cause
and
they
got
not doing it
drafted or he
themselves, bro.
overseas.
They waiting for the promoters
Bro,
to do
there's
it.
no
They waiting for
path in the
everybody else
sport.
to
You
do
have
it.
to create your path. That's what people don't understand. It's a beautiful sport, but it's an ugly ass. It's a beautiful sport, but it's an ugly ass business. And as ugly as the other businesses are, the National Football League, because they businesses before they sports in my eyes. As ugly as those other businesses
Yo, this
are,
is on live?
they have some control over it. They have union.
PorterWay.
They have a union. They have a path. We don't have that. We don't have that. You talk, bro. You said it. You have. No, I mean,
We want to put it on them.
the real answer is what you said. You get the promoters to come together. But bro, that's so unreal. You talking getting Putin and my man's from the Ukraine and Trump at the same table. That's and my man's from North Korea, bro. That shit is unrealistic.
Yeah, that's
Like,
it don't
bro,
work. That's why. Okay. That's
bro,
why
20.
when-
I'm thinking he's
when
16, 17.
When Terrence Crawford was with ESPN, that's why he couldn't fight Errol Spence. Right. That's why a whole bunch of fights.
Bro,
like that
look,
couldn't
think
happen.
about it. ESPN,
It was all
the worldwide leader of sports. Bro, these motherfuckers had a business and they don't even take advantage of it. Bro, you mean to tell me that fight right there, you do a co-promotion. If Bob was still with ESPN and Earl with Al, you got Showtime, who is owned by CBS. CBS and ESPN throughout the NFL season. Motherfuckers ain't smart, bro. The Cowboys, the first date they proposed in November, the Cowboys and the Packers was playing a week before. That's their teams. You have them face off midfield, bro. These motherfuckers ain't doing it right.
Nah.
And that's the thing.
Business is bad though.
And that's why I'm a realist. I'm not negative. I'm a realist. I see these motherfuckers taking dumb deals. Bro, it's wicked. And that's my man's 22. He would have been drafted or at least overseas.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? He would at least been in Mexico.
Sure.
Is you fighting in Mexico right now? Because let me tell you, I got homies playing pro ball in Mexico, and they getting more than these fighters getting turning pro in Mexico.
You think the fighters could form a fight union?
Bro, but the thing is, that's cool, but it's a business. It's a business, bro. It's a business. It's a business. And like Shawn said,
it sound like he putting something together.
bro, and like Shawn said, unfortunately, people come into the business with the money because they love the sport, not understanding the business. You know what I'm saying? Every day I'm learning something new about the business. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm but he's an
That was my
anomaly.
point. Yeah, that was my point.
He's an anomaly.
He was fighting in Mexico.
So
he wasn't getting paid.
now
He had to sign with a promoter in order to get paid.
Yeah, he did it because he was too young at first. But then he came. But see, look everything you saying. Look everything you saying. Look at everything you saying and how long did it take him to get here? Everything you saying. He actually was able to go get work with the best. He actually was able to get trained by Floyd Sr. and be under that Floyd umbrella. And how long, knowing the business, having the money to maneuver the way you want to maneuver, when he get the big fight, Shawn, when he start getting the big checks.
Once he signed.
Come on.
Yeah,
he did it smart. He co-promoted. He learned the game. He got put on. He a businessman first. But how long? We talking anomalies. You know what I'm saying? We talking a one-on-one. Bro.
You make it sound like people owe him something, bro. Nobody owe nobody anything. Right? Just because he's 22, he's nice and don't mean that he get to go.
But
yeah. Like just because you work hard don't mean that you get to make it.
You're right. Guess what? Guess what though? If you're 22 in any other sport and you're not nice, you don't get picked up.
So what? That's the business. That's the life, bro.
He don't even fucking know because it ain't no path. Yeah, you seen it.
He has a path,
mind.
though.
Yeah, okay.
He has a path,
Name
though,
it, because
Dan.
I've been waiting to hear it.
There's no way.
You talking Instagram.
You talk. I'm
you
not
said
talking.
Grow your social media following. Ain't that what he told you?
Hey,
I didn't say that.
Listen. Listen. Yeah, we're gonna reset this bad boy. I remember I was talking about crossover, man. Being able to get people to tune in to boxing because they're watching other people and learning that those guys like this sport. People don't love this sport. People don't understand this sport. And every time they turn it on, yeah, at some point you're gonna see some BS. But we got my man Naeem Lynn in the building, comedian, actor, all the good stuff.
Assistant living, TBS.
Yes, sir.
Plastic Cup boys.
Big boxing fan.
Well, shout out to y'all.
and as he said,
BET.
I said, so how do y'all do it when y'all on tour and y'all got a show the same night as a fight? He said sometimes we start the shows late, sometimes we start the shows early. Like they committed to the sport. You know what I mean? So Naeem, on your behalf, this man right here was talking about how he
Why they put him back on blast?
I said this man, Saquon over there was just talking about how he loved the sport. And he in here about to die for the sport.
I love it too. I mean,
what is it though? What is it? Like why?
Why do I love boxing?
Yes.
Man, I'm mic'd up. I mean, it's just something before, you know, I'm old enough to know before there was a UFC.
Yeah.
You know, so this was the only combat that I saw growing up. And then it's just seeing the evolution of boxers going from go from 1 pound for pound to the next, and you're just always looking for that new hungry fighter coming up. And I just find it to be entertaining. People talk about UFC's taking over, but these UFC fighters ain't getting the money that boxers getting. So people still got to be watching boxing for them to get paid like that. You know?
Why boxing opposed to like basketball or football, which we clearly
I like
know
all those sports too.
Is bigger, but you ain't gonna stop a show to watch a game.
Because
you know they're gonna play next week.
Right. Or in 2 days. It's football next week, basketball a couple days. When it comes to boxing, you know, if it's one of your and fighters are not fighting enough these days, in my opinion. You know, you got people like Bud and Spence who fought once last year.
Yeah.
I would like, even when Floyd on his last hurrah, he fought 3 times in 1 year, 2 times, and when he had the deal with Showtime.
Yeah.
So I would like to see my favorite fighters fight 2 to 3 times a year. So if they fight like February and summer, then the end of the year, that'd be great.
One of the biggest conversations we've had today was about boxing giving you what you want, opposed to boxing not giving you what you want. As a comedian, somebody that's just off doing your thing, you're not heavily involved in this sport the way Saquon is a vlogger, he doing his thing on social media, Danny, podcasts and stuff like that. Do you feel like boxing gave you what you wanted last year coming into this year?
Nah, because I didn't get the fight that everybody wanted. So, no, it didn't give me what I wanted.
He's talking about one fight though.
Yeah, but that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted last year. I wanted that fight.
How many other fights did you get, bro?
And I watched them.
Right.
But let me do this though. Let me do this. this is your passion, this is what you do. So you can sit down and watch match after match after match. He traveling, he around the world with Kevin Hart and the whole crew and all that. He don't have time to just sit down and watch boxing. He on his phone trying to catch up.
Well,
so when he got an opportunity to look forward to something great, he can build his life around something great. Give me that opportunity.
Let me explain to you.
This man is in love with the high school sweetheart, and he missing out on all of the
No. Let me explain to you.
It's a one fight, bro.
Let him go.
I watched every big fight last year. There was some good fights, but with any other sport, you have a Super Bowl, you have a championship, and that would have been that for boxing last year. So that's what I was waiting for. At the end of the season, you get your payoff, right? So that's what I wanted last year, and I didn't get it.
That don't mean that you didn't get good.
He asked me what did I? Huh? Did I pay for it?
No, I can't. No. Hold. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. I didn't. I was at the Tiafimo fight. I don't steal fights, but when Ness and Danny asked me if I wanted to cover blood fights, I can't cover them because I'm too biased for Spence. So I can't cover blood fights.
Man, you getting fired, man.
So I can't do it.
Biased, man.
No, I admit my bias. I'm admitting it.
You can't be biased as a reporter,
I admit it.
So that make it better?
If I tell you what my shortcomings are, you gonna still get on me?
Hey, them shortcomings don't get you in the room no more.
No, but if I can't because I'm too.
Get rid of it.
I take myself out the room because I'm too heavily in favor of Spence to cover the blood fight. So I can't. So I won't. I take myself out of it. That's what I'm saying.
You know what they say. You know what they say about me with Devin Haney, and bro, I still took my ass to New York to see him fight Cambosis, and you know what I'm saying. I still had a job to do, but I will say this. I will say, as far as not getting what you want, man, it's like you go out, see a group of ladies, bro. If you take one home, is that a win? Perhaps. But if it was your fifth option and not the one you wanted, bro, you're gonna be disappointed. Like you gotta realize. My man just said, bro, we barely getting the fights as it is. Barely.
Danny, what fight didn't we get?
We didn't get.
Hold on.
That's it though.
No. Bro, let me tell you, I have been waiting since 2000. Look, I have been waiting since 2017 for Joshua Wilder to step in there. Not listen, brother. You want me to? I sit my ass down. I sit my ass down.
Earl Spence.
How long did we wait for a Pacquiao Mayweather? We never seen.
We got it.
How long though, brother? I went through puberty waiting for that fight, brother.
Okay.
We didn't get it.
8 years, 7 years.
We got at the end of their careers. It was already pretty much done.
You telling me that he was 30.
That's over boxing.
35 and 37.
Let me ask you a question. Canelo was like, Floyd Mayweather was an old man when he fought Canelo, but you don't beef about that. Why are you not beefing about that? But you beefing about Pacquiao versus Mayweather.
Bro, but this the thing. No, here's the thing.
That's not different.
De La Hoya, look. De La Hoya.
Was 35 years old.
Bro, no.
He wasn't Canelo.
Yeah.
Come on.
He wasn't Canelo.
Yo. Saquon, look. Bro, nobody's crying.
He might not be Canelo now. That's what you just said now?
Absolutely. Bro, that was to me the best thing that happened in Canelo's career. Let me tell you.
How are you? You gotta explain this to me before you move on. The boxing public accepts Mayweather being 35 years old against Canelo.
I got my answer.
But then when he fights against Pacquiao, they were too old.
Listen, can I tell you why? No. Can I tell you why?
Okay.
Can I tell you why? Because that is when their paths cross. Canelo, bro, he ain't tell his mom, you should have had me 10 years earlier so me and Floyd could have been the same age. Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? That's when they paths cross. When De La Hoya called Chavez was 10 years over the hill. But guess what? That's when he came out of his mother, and that's when he came out of his mother, and that's how old they was. Pacquiao and Floyd could have fought 5 years younger, and they would have been in their primes, and it would have been a better fight. And I still love the fight. No. It was still titles on the line, but what I'm saying is, you talking about the age, bro. That's when they came out. They mother, AJ and Wilder. That fight gonna be a problem because guess what? Since 2017, they was both champions. Since 2017, the public was yelling at the top of the building. Probably more so than Spence and Bud. Let me tell you, that fight would have been bigger. But now, even if we get it, it ain't the same. They gonna be older. They gonna be older, and it's gonna be. It ain't gonna be they fought and they was this age and this age. They was at this point in their career.
My biggest problem with the delay with that fight is that I want to see both of them move on to other weight classes and get those too. I think Spence can go to middleweight or maybe even 168. You know, we saw Canelo, who's shorter than him, do it. So I feel like Bud last weight class will be 154. And he need to get there and then retire.
And not just that, but you talking about that. Bud obviously calling for Charlo, who's at 54. That's another undisputed fight. We ain't never seen somebody beat 3 times. So that's a fight right there. Let's not forget the offer that Al Heyman made to Canelo. Spence was one of them fights. Let's not forget.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro.
Bud versus Charlo, if you don't fight Spence, you think people will want to see that?
Yes, but not the same. Not the same.
I still want to see
Super Bowl right there.
The
You
Super
can't miss the Super Bowl and then go to Charlo.
Everybody want to see.
But Charlo was undisputed, so for him to be able to get all 4 belts at 154, I know that. I want to see that. But I'm saying if he doesn't, and if that's the consolation prize, it's still a good look.
You gotta understand this. For one, they already have that inborn rivalry. That rivalry we've been talking that fight. Honestly, before Bud beat Horn. Truthfully, we've been talking about that fight that long. It's 2017, 2018 if you beat
Charlo or Spence?
Spence and Bud. So we've been talking about that fight so much longer. There's a bigger desire. And let me tell you, as much as I love Charlo, I was at his undisputed fight. Maybe 10,000 people. When Earl fought Ugas in April, 40,000. When he fought Mikey, 48. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. That right there, that's the Super Bowl.
But
that's the stadium
that fight's
fight.
been brewing for so long that people are going to throw fight parties. People are going to come to
absolutely.
Because people been waiting to see it for so many years and so many years and so many years.
But here's the thing, look.
We're going to come fly out of town to come see that fight.
The beautiful thing about fight parties, my man's invite his guys.
Make time to go make
bro,
that.
I remember the fight party we had for Mayweather Pacquiao. But really, it's like my interest wasn't really on the fight no more. It's like we here. But it's like, I'm here to take y'all money because, man, we know what's going on.
For sure.
We knew what Floyd was finna do. Bro, the desire is not the same. You get what I'm saying?
But they don't build the fights up like that, though, where you want to throw a fight party. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the days, heavyweight division, we throwing fight parties. You know what I'm saying? Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson. We throwing a fight party at the crib.
A lot of that got to do.
Roy Jones, we throwing a fight party.
I think a lot of that got to do on the fighters. I think a lot of that got to do on the fighters. Yeah, but Shawn, wouldn't you say a lot of that got to do with the fighters? Because as much as the fights, yeah, certain fights.
Fly out to go see good fights.
Certain fights we don't get in the sport, but yo, we can't shit on it. We do get some good fights, but bro, the ladies in London, Clarissa, Alicia, they shine because they get their name out there. And they shine in the ring. Some of these people.
What's their biggest sport?
That's coming.
Boxing don't have to compete in that other country with the NBA or the NFL.
That's another thing. That's another thing
too.
UK,
they don't have to compete. Over here we got LeBron James, Steph Curry, Patrick Mahomes.
Boxing
over there
in
the
UK,
who their biggest person? You know what I'm saying? Like
no, they got soccer. They got soccer, and then there's boxing. I mean, if you look it up statistically in this country, boxing is not a top 10 rated sport.
Nah.
Not even top 10. So you know, for my man said that y'all get more exposure than the NBA star. I don't see how. You know what I'm saying? We not a top 10 sport in our own country.
And see them other countries, they get behind the fighter.
No,
and they fighting for pride.
I'm speaking numbers, brother.
They get behind the fighter and they fight for the pride of their country.
I'm sorry to cut you, but we've been on for like an hour 50. Okay. And so I want to try to cap this at 2. Let's open up the room right quick. Anybody got questions, anything like that? Let's jump off of the. I think we stayed way too long on that anyway. But any questions before we get up out of here right quick? Y'all, any questions about the fight game now? Who we want to see? You know what I mean? Let's open it up right quick, and then we gonna get up out of here. Yeah. What made me stop? I was talking about that earlier. I really did, man. I had a plan when I turned pro, and I started to coming too near the end. What you seen the end against my fight with Terrence, I felt like Terrence was the last on the list. I felt like that was the last thing for me in the ring, and after that, I was like, yeah, I'm done. You know, people all the time, you gotta come back. You got 2 more. You got 1 more. Me and my wife, we just talked about it for the first time in over a year. We talked about me possibly fighting again.
Oh man.
I was with Barry.
Oh,
I was
man.
with Barry 2 nights ago, and I said, Barry, I should have never came in here to see you, man. Cause he made me feel like coming back. You know what I mean? But I doubt it's gonna happen. But you know, yeah.
Don't go away that easy.
No, me.
Oh,
See,
yeah,
no. It was my plan. It was, and it's what I feel God had for me.
What you think about Lamar Peterson coming back?
That's funny.
Are you talking to you?
You saw what I'm saying?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you
Oh,
from DC.
No, I'm not from DC.
Oh, okay. I'm
Jersey.
sorry.
But that shit threw me. It threw me for a loop. I was like, hey, I thought he was done. He fought in what, like 4 years or something? Yeah. It's been a minute.
Was it Spence?
Sean.
Spence? Was Spence?
No, it was Sergey Lipien.
Okay.
I got a
Yeah, I was
question.
surprised to see that.
So obviously you had a long career, but only the tail end of that you were a father. Yeah. So what would you say your favorite memory is as a father in boxing?
Man. Easy. Well, actually, I got 2. When I fought Danny, my son was about 9 months, 10 months. And I'll never forget, he had just started to dance. And I woke up, I play this song even now. It's a song by Function, I think. Old school song. But I woke up morning of the fight, and I just was playing that song. I couldn't stop playing it, so I grabbed my speaker, and I took it to the room where my wife and my family was. And I went and grabbed my son, and he started dancing to the song. And in that moment, I was like, this is your song. And so I still play it now, and it's like he knows that song. He's connected to that song, I think. And then fast forward when I fought Terrence. Now I think he's 4, right? Was he 4 when I fought? He was 4 when I fought Terrence. He was 4, and he had never seen any posters of me or anything like that. And he went down to the Mandalay Bay, and he seen a big poster of me and Terrence. And with my hands like, with my arms like this, and even now he want to take all his pictures just like this. So he took a picture in front of that poster like that too. Yeah. I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it. Hey, real quick, I wanna talk about Nasheed right here. Nasheed Smith is top. Or was a top? Yeah. Would you say still a top amateur?
Still a top. In the rankings, I'm number 1 in the country right now at 189.
Yeah, and you've been ranked in the top 2 or 3 for the last as long as I've known you.
Yeah, about 4 years now.
Yeah, you know, and kind of to my point, and why I have the amateur website, I want to expose the best that boxing has to offer in the amateurs because they become the best as pros, you know. And I know, Naeem, with you being a big fight fan, if you had the opportunity to see Boots at the National Golden Gloves, you would have tuned in to watch him, right? No, based on what you know now.
Yeah.
So I want to give you guys a premonition of what's coming. Right. Because I can use that. I can say, Boots was there. Now she was just there. This guy is there right now. He's going to be the next. Based on what... It used to be televised. It's not televised anymore because it costs money. And I think that they're not spending the money no more. They're not doing. Nobody's doing what's required to make sure that amateur boxing stays at the elite level that it needs to stay at, or be at. You know, that's why we don't have.
The area that we was at was like a small low down place. So really nothing around.
Texas Tech. We was in Lubbock, Texas. Yeah. That's known for Texas Tech. I didn't even know Texas Tech was there. You know. But you can't do that.
The Golden Gloves was in Oklahoma, I think. Yeah, they was in Oklahoma. It was in Oklahoma. It was nothing around there.
Yeah.
It was just everything that we had to do was just hotel, arena to fight. That was it.
Yeah.
And even in finals night, it wasn't even really a lot of people there. Like, they just didn't know about it.
Just didn't know about it, you know. So,
And
but
that's another thing too. You talking about Shawn, bro? You know how hard it is to get there. Like for me, as media, I cover this, brother. They doing stuff in Lubbock, Texas, and Nebraska, and places where boxing. You know what I'm saying? Where Kansas. I'm sorry. Where else? Like they doing stuff where even us, we can't even get to you guys to get you guys exposure. We used to fight in New York, Vegas, LA, Dallas, maybe. So even for the media, it's hard to go out there and get exposure. So, you know, shout out to Shawn for what you're doing. I know we spoke on this probably a year ago. Yeah. And, you know, just keep doing it, champ.
Yeah. Well, now she comes from the same school as the Peterson brothers.
Yep.
Barry Hunter has been one of his coaches his entire life.
Yep.
And you're looking at turning pro soon.
Yeah, I'll be making my pro debut sometime in the first quarter of this year.
Nice.
Nah. Pro. From my understanding, what I want to do, I want to make my first like title campaign at 168. But you know, in the beginning, it'll probably be a little higher until I start actually getting used to learning how to lose weight in the professional way.
So what's your walk around weight?
Right now I'm walking around like.
Don't lie to him. Lie to him. Lie to him.
Alright.
Yeah, lie to him. You always lie to him. Yeah. See, that's
185. 185. We
185.
Say I'm walking around like 250. They're like, oh, he gonna make it.
Pros,
he gonna make the weight.
Pros that I work with, I work with Lamont Peterson, Anthony Peters. I work with Shawn Porter. I work with Andre Durrell. I went with.
He was my chief sparring partner when I fought Errol.
Yeah.
Chief right there.
And then when waiting for a Terrence Crawford, we came out there and I was sparring him out there too. I was sparring. I don't know if y'all know her, but Franchon Cruz Design. She the Undisputed.
Undisputed.
Yeah. I be sparring her. I spar a lot of pros. I spar Damon. You know he about to fight today. I spar Damon. I spar Lantes Fox. I spar a lot of pros. Most of my work is really pros. Steve Jafar.
He's been a pro for a long time. You've been a pro for a minute.
Pretty much, yeah.
You've been a pro for a minute.
I just been around them and just soaking up all the knowledge that they give me, and I always ask questions, and they be eager to answer. So
give everybody your social media.
Oh yeah, on Instagram y'all can find me at @sugarsheed_, SUGARSHEED_.
So the reason why, go ahead.
Who you got in the big fight? The Spence Crawford.
I got Terrence. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I like Terrence.
Okay.
I like his versatility.
Okay.
I think they both good. I think they skill both is equal, but the only thing that gives Terrence the edge is that Terrence got that one punch, and it could all be over with. Errol Spence, I haven't really seen Errol Spence have that. He'll break you down more so, rather than one punch over with.
Bud got that one hit quitter.
Yeah, he got that, and it'll be over with.
Hey, so this is a question from a super chat from the YouTube, David McLeod, and I'm gonna direct this to you first.
Okay.
Because I've been screaming this for a minute. I know you have had to have seen it by now. I say that Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence happens, but it happens at 154. Do it happen this year, or do it happen 2024?
You know what? I don't have a problem with that because if they fight at 147, they're going to run into each other at 154 again.
Yeah.
So I want me.
So no belts though? It ain't gonna be the belts make it more.
But
does it?
The belt. Yeah, because at that point it's undisputed. That means all the belts. Yeah.
Because no disrespect to Devin Haney, I want to see Tank over Devin Haney every single day.
That's cool, but
and he really only got a belt. You know that? Well, you know that.
Well,
but I'll take Tank every day over Devin Haney. He's a star.
Devin is an undisputed champ, but I do acknowledge what Tank got because International Boxing Hall of Fame say that's the title, so I can't say no different. But here's the thing. Now you asking Terrence to move up a 4th division, right? So it's really not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's already done 35, undisputed 40. So you taking away the ability for Bud to undispute 47 and 54. And I'm going to say this right now, and Shawn, I know you want this shit to end, but ain't no reason in hell that Errol Spence cannot fight Jermell Charlo.
He said he would.
Yo, Shawn, before you go, can I give you
Bud don't come out with the same
I just want
leverage,
to give
do
some
it?
solutions on, like, from my business perspective.
Oh, no. We done with
Hey, what's your question? What's your question?
Bud don't come back with the same leverage, do it?
He don't got what?
He don't come back with the same leverage the first time he came to the table, right?
Well, I honestly don't think Bud had a lot of
back
leverage
down,
at all, for
right?
real, yeah.
Like you can't back down. If you said this is what it's got to be in order for me to get in the ring with him, I think he's gonna have to let go of something at some point in order to make the fight. But he still gotta.
Mayweather on video saying, look, when he fought De La Hoya, he agreed to all his demands. He chose the ring, the gloves, the venue, all that. He said, my only job is to show up and fight. He asking for no receipt.
So you know, Terrence looking at. I'm not Floyd at that moment.
Right.
And
also because
he ain't selling like Earl.
And also Floyd after that, I doubt he was doing any of that after that.
I want to answer that.
Go ahead.
So
Wouldn't he just beat him and then become the shot caller?
So look, De La Hoya was the cash cow at that moment.
Absolutely.
And Errol Spence is not the cash cow.
Spence do sell more than Turner.
He sells, but he's not the cash cow.
He sells more than
He doing what Tank doing.
He does sell more.
He doing what Tank doing.
more than Devin Haney, so Tank ain't gonna let that dude be the A side.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Bud should be the A side. What he's saying is that Floyd came in and agreed to everything because De La Hoya was the cash cow, and he knew by him agreeing to those things, if he won that fight, he would now be that person. He would be the cash cow. You know what I'm saying? So this is not the same thing. Errol Spence is more popular. I think he's just more popular, and he's done better numbers because of the opponents that he fought, especially when he fought Mikey Garcia. You know, he brought in the Mexicans. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So those things like that is what allowed him to do better numbers. But although I think his opponents have been good, they don't have the popularity of the opponents that Spence had. So I believe that Spence is the A side, but I think it should be more of a 60-40 split, and I think that's being generous. You know what I'm saying? But as far as agreeing to everything like with De La Hoya and Floyd, this is just a different situation. De La Hoya was that dude.
Don't that put him as a shot caller per se?
It's not the same.
Yo, only the money. You should get more money. That's it. You can't just determine like the ring size and the gloves and all of that stuff. Everything.
Now, I understand that, but I was using that as an example.
And being cool with Terrence, be honest, bro, if the business not right, he okay walking away. Financially, he's good. Terrence Crawford?
Yeah, he live in Omaha.
At the end of the day, financially, he's good. But it don't matter where he live. He can live down the street. Financially, financially good. But it's great.
But good not because he's living in Omaha, but good because he makes a lot of money.
He owns buildings.
And him and
Stop telling his business.
But at the end of the day, I speak Spence. And I'm cool with Bud. I still got Spence.
and Bud and Mr. Warren
He'll take you to one of his buildings and leave there. Yeah. And I'm gonna watch him do it. Yeah, hell no, I ain't gonna help him.
Yeah, that's how you do me, man. That's how you do me. Yeah, that's how you do me. Leave me to crawl back.
Yeah. I think we good up in here.
Nah, you got a
man.
question.
Oh, one more?
I got a question too. How many fights you won?
I honestly don't even know how many amateur fights I have. I want to say around like 80, 90, maybe even 100, but I know for sure I won way more than I lost. How many did I win? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. We lost my first book. So we on my second one now.
He like that. Yeah.
All right. Hey, my man right here.
That's the question I had. Wilder opposed to fought Anthony Joshua. Both of them had the belts. The time was then. When he lost it.
You look like E40 without glasses on.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I did tell me that, though. That's true.
I knew something crazy coming.
No, but I heard
Ask
that
your
before.
question like E40.
But but if Terrence Crawford don't fight Errol Spence this year, it's not gonna be the same without them belts. Them belts say a whole lot. It's for the undisputed. And Anthony Joshua messed that money up with Wilder, lost to Ruiz. If Terrence Crawford got to fight Jerome Boots, that's a strong possibility. He could lose it. If Earl Spence fight Jerome Boots, it's a strong possibility. It's not going to be the same momentum. They're going to have to do that this year.
How do the belts, how does the magnitude of the fight, how is it not the same if the belts aren't in the ring?
Well,
hold up. T.O. took all the belts from Lomachenko.
Not all of them.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
He took all the belts. He took belts from Lomachenko. T.O. took the belts. He didn't have no belts before he fought Lomachenko.
That's true.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, the belts don't make the fighter. The fighters make the belts. Y'all need to stop trying to hold on to these belts. That's old news.
No, but I'm saying
That's
that makes
old news.
That's true, but that's still. I'm saying this here.
But if okay,
you can disregard that.
Yeah,
no doubt.
once you get it.
Belts, if you ain't a world champion or two-time,
That's the goal, to get the belt.
If Boots never gets Earl, and Earl moves up
Which
to
he ain't.
54, and Boots says, I'm chasing you to 54. That fight, what happens in the ring is still going to happen in the ring.
But if the dudes
Just
lose,
because it ain't no belts.
Listen, the belts if you
They
both.
not going to fight any lighter.
No, listen.
They're not going to not throw the punches that they could throw.
They're not gonna make
What
as
I'm
much
saying
money
to
as
you
they
is,
were.
what I'm saying to
It
you
ain't gonna
is,
have that still
yes,
sex appeal.
Yes, there's a sex appeal about being undisputed, but undisputed does not make what happens in the ring happen.
It's all about timing too. Listen. What I'm saying is this.
Yeah. He got the recipe. I'm just not gonna let him give it to us right now.
The issue for real though, the issue is that they both got the belts.
Yeah.
Just for the fact that you got the belts, let's do this for the undisputed.
Yeah.
Then you can move up and relinquish the belts and such and such can fight and he can fight.
I get
but
it.
Let's do that first.
I get it, but
that's it.
But listen, the Bills and the Chiefs played last year. It was the game of the year. This year we seen on the schedule when they were playing.
Makes it.
It's just the hype.
And it wasn't for the Super Bowl.
Something on the line for that game.
Yeah,
And it wasn't for the Super Bowl. And because it wasn't for the Super Bowl, those players ain't make the Super Bowl money.
Yeah.
Now,
Facts.
I'll say this.
Facts.
As much as chance you talking about, they step in there with this guy and that guy, they can lose the belt.
Yeah.
Bro, they can lose the belt because the IBF said, nah, Boots next. And they're like, nah, I want to fight Bud. And now the fight going to happen. But guess what? You didn't have this mandatory so he could get stripped. I'm asking you, a fighter lose one belt. They still fight, they still undefeated. And I'm talking Earl and Bud specific.
Yeah.
Is it the same to you as the consumer and as the fighter who've been in there with both of them? If it ain't for undisputed.
To me, it's the same. To me, it's the same because I know that they're gonna get in the ring and they still gonna do everything we expect them to do. And at the end of the day, they're still gonna get paid whatever has been agreed.
And now, if that's the situation, wouldn't you be like, man, they could have done this 6 months ago, a year ago, it would have been for undisputed.
Yeah.
It's better.
Danny, Shawn, y'all probably know. You know about this. So what if whoever wins gives up most of the belts except the WBC like Floyd used to, because of the fine you know, you got to pay. You got to pay.
Here's the thing, right?
You got to pay.
Here's the thing, right?
You paying big too, right, Shawn?
You still want to get the belt.
See, here's the thing, though. People think they know the business, right? Shawn know the business. You know, I think I know the thing too. Bro, you think Floyd was paying Marisa 3%?
No, yeah, we had an agreement.
You know what I'm saying? We paying an agreement. Now,
But there's only that anomaly. That anomaly.
But you code with it. You code with it.
It's all loopholes. It's loopholes and everything.
Real quick before we get out of here, Naeem, let everybody know where you at, what you got going on. Nothing. Cool.
Sunday. Huh?
Sunday, you out, right?
Nah, Spank doing the show tomorrow.
That's your boy.
Nah, I'm leaving. I gotta go home. Catch me on tour. Catch my show, Sister Living on BET.
Y'all headed overseas soon, right?
Yeah, we're about to go overseas. We're going to South Africa, Dubai, Bahrain, Egypt, and my Mayweather boxing and fitness franchise is finally open in LA.
Okay. You invested in that, huh?
Yeah. We open now. I'm a business owner.
Yeah.
up. We get approved.
Is that what we sparring at?
Then we ain't got no ring, man. Stop trying to challenge me on
I
camera,
wasn't
bro.
sure. I wasn't sure. Well, hey, listen.
Drop some cards.
All right, we're going to close it right there. Yeah, go ahead.
Like in September.
No, yeah. They stop here. They already stopped through.
We're going to close it up right there. This is the PorterWay. This was a long one.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, man. Tell a friend, like, subscribe.
Hey,
all the
what's
good
your
stuff.
IG? Hit my man up. Drop your social.
Yeah, Saquon. What's your last name, Saquon? Saquon Jones. Yeah, where you at? Saquon Jones in Brooklyn. You see him, put him in the headlock. This is the PorterWay. Good to meet you, big dog. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I ain't smart.